Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Shit Talkie Tuesday. I am the host with the most, the man with the plan, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, the most chaotic panelist in all of Texas, and your most chaotic podcast host in all of Texas. That's right, the one, the only Captain Mexico, Jesse Goku. And joining me, we have a very special guest for the Shit Talkie Tuesdays, which is interesting because we're not supposed to do interviews on Tuesdays, but we're gonna do one anyway. So screw it. Whenever you ever known me to be one to follow the rules. Damn it. I got to do that entire introduction again for Instagram, which sucks.
Oh no.
I know, right?
You lost
I'll do
Instagram?
and I forgot to click live. So what is going on, everybody? I am the most chaotic panelist in all of Texas. That's right. All the other panelist groups, they're like, you know what? To hell with Geeks Forever. Jesse's just crazy. Jesse's panels are just him going on stage, making everybody laugh and talking shit about random stuff. That's right. Pokemon fans, you're not safe. And joining me always is my producer, my co-host, the one, the only Dankapus.
Hey, how's it going?
And it says we're streaming Cold War on Twitch. That's weird. That's weird.
Hi. Oh my god, hi, Bunny. Yeah. You probably just need to change the title. It should be fine.
I don't know how to change that on Twitch. That's kind of a... Oh, it does say. Yeah, what? Well, I guess we're talking about Call of Duty today. All right, I got it. I fixed it. All right, so what's up, Dankapus? Thank you for coming on and helping me out. All right, so I got three monitors on today for the podcast. We're going to be addressing comments. We're going to be talking to everybody today. What's going on? Phantom, what's going on? Ninja. Ninja's here. Twitch is weird. Yeah, Twitch is weird. Twitch is stupid. So joining us, we have a very special guest. It's the, I believe you are the con chair?
Yes, that is correct.
You are the con chair of Ushicon. Ushicon, the only... For a while, Ushicon was the only 18 plus anime convention that I knew of. Now, notice I said anime because there's lots of adult conventions out there that are not anime, though.
Yes, but we're one of the weird 18 plus conventions that doesn't focus on the lewd. So a lot of people are like, you have tentacles, right? And we're like, no tentacles here.
No, that's right. Actually, I have been to Ushicon, and I've been to Ushicon, and I've been to Ecchi Expo, and like Ecchi Expo is like it says in the name, it's all the lewd stuff. Where Ushicon is just like we go there, and it's just like an actual anime convention, but like no one under the age of 18 is allowed inside the doors.
Correct. It's a fun environment to make friends and hang out.
That's right. Yeah, I actually liked it. It was pretty cool. They gave away free beer. It was awesome.
Yeah, pub trivia.
It was like because they were doing the pub trivia, in which I do not participate in. I would not do good. They're like, okay, top 10 anime characters with a scar on their left arm, holding a sword, who has green hair, and I'm like, God damn, I don't know shit. Sonic the Hedgehog. Give me.
It's not the point. The point is to make it extra difficult so that nobody gets answers. The point is to have fun and to make friends, because a lot of times you sit with people you don't know because the tables are big and round, and you're just trying to have fun together.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, actually. Let me go ahead and remove the starting soon sign. I am falling behind on this stuff, guys. I'm sorry.
We don't typically give out prizes. Instead, we let people sign ribbons to claim that they won, so that there's proof that they won. It's more of a bragging rights sort of thing.
Okay. That's a lot more interesting,
I see.
considering the fact that, like, I honestly don't watch a lot of anime. Like, I don't actually watch, like, people, and you gotta, and I'm gonna put an actual definition to a lot of anime. Like, in the last year, all right, since this year started, I'm sorry, I watched like maybe 10 episodes of OG Dragon Ball, but like other than that, like I haven't seen shit. And the last thing I saw that's kind of anime related was Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, which I
Yeah,
have seen 3 times, which is amazing.
I personally take a break between real shows and animes. So right now we're watching all of Buffy. But before we started Buffy, we made sure to watch all of Azumanga Daioh because there'll be little surprises around the con for it.
Mm-hmm. Quick shout out to all of our people watching on the Twitch and the YouTubes. You know, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just asking my friends about Ushicon. I remember when I was a minor wanting to go. I'm glad to hear it didn't disappear. Yeah, that's something we can talk about a little bit if you're willing to share. We can talk about that a little bit later.
Of
Would they
course,
ever perform and stuff? I guess that's a question for you.
we did want to have maybe some performance stuff by what is it, a local like idol sort of group, not like Japanese idols, but people who, what is it called, put on dancing singing shows sort of thing. um I know some friends who do it, but a lot of stuff we do is in-house. So unless I've talked to them in person, it's probably not going to be a thing because we don't have a lot to offer because we're kind of starting from ground zero money-wise. So we don't have money to pay people to perform. It's more of a favor sort of thing.
Get Deacon Rap to go. I mean, I'm pretty sure Deacon Rap would go. Shout out to all of our comments and people
I should
watching
say,
on.
actually,
Go ahead.
I will say, not should say that you guys should think about getting Electric Aura in there as well.
Bring in Geeks Forever. Shout out to I want to give a shout out to all of our people watching on the Instagram. We can't see those numbers and we can't see those comments on here, which sucks. This algorithm is so stupid. But not algorithm, sorry, the system is so stupid. It's still being worked on. But Frost Elf Cosplay, Daniel Garcia, what's going on? And Zion Fox. I know Zion Fox. What's going on, girl? Thank you for joining us. We have some, but there are a lot of groups that especially like we would definitely go and hang out and like do stuff and host all the panels for free. Let me see what else they say. Ninja Tenti says, I'm on a supernatural kick right now, but I'm probably pick up an anime again afterwards. Okay, it depends. What season of Supernatural are you in? Because that series is 15 seasons long, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
I've never seen it.
So it's so good. Like it starts off slow, then it gets really good, and then it gets kind of bad. And they acknowledge it, like that it gets bad, like they break the fourth wall. And it's all within the realm of the story. Like it's not like a parody or anything because it makes so much sense the way they break the fourth wall, and then it gets good again, then it gets mad, then it gets great, and then it just ends, and it's like fuck, it's a great show, definitely a roller coaster. Okay, gotcha. I run a drag show that doubles as a burlesque show, so I didn't know if that was out of the question. I run the shows at Ikicon, San Japan, and many other conventions. You got some, oh snap, you got somebody that's wink wink, hint hint, nudge nudge, kick kick.
Yeah, I've talked to Ken and his dolls and other groups. It's just that since we don't really push the 18 plus agenda, I feel like that misrepresents us sometimes. It just that someone would have to be in charge of it and someone would have to work closely with the con to manage it. I just don't see that happening in the near future because a lot of the staff at the convention currently wants to keep things PG-13.
Okay. Wait, for they want to keep things PG-13 for Ushicon?
More like they don't. What I've seen from the chats and stuff is that we're not huge into the 18 plus content, like cussing and stuff. That's great. my wife, I'll make an example of her real quick, loves to cuss like a sailor. So when she puts on a panel and accidentally says shit over the microphone, she won't get in trouble. But more of like a safe environment for adults to hang out and chill and watch children's anime. That's what I've always felt Ushicon to be.
Okay, that's very respectable. I like panels and cons where I could just like let loose on the cussing because so I don't know if you so I don't know if you're aware of Comic Palooza in Houston. You have to be really careful what you say because their panels are on stages in the middle of the con floor.
Yikes.
And you have to be extra careful what you say. And one of our former co-hosts who runs their own show now, SJ, she comes in and she always gives me shit for like doing something stupid or saying something stupid or being stupid. And like she fucking shows up and she drops like, I forgot if it was an F-bomb. She says fuck or something like that. And it was like she was standing next to the stage. She says a cuss word. And I immediately get upset with her. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like the fucking events director is right behind you. Because the events director, she's really awesome. I don't know if she's watching. Shout out, girl. Love you. She's really cool. We love working together. They really like it when I come down there and do the anime panels for Comic Palooza because they're getting more and more involved with anime every year, which is smart. Like from a business standpoint, that's really smart. You don't just want to be one thing; you want to be multiple things. But yeah, I really like that sense of freedom because like I was so I thought I was gonna shit my pants when she cussed like that because that shit pissed me off. Holy snap! So I want to give a shout out to John Gramillion who's joined us on the Instagram. What's up, man? I love you. I definitely need to have you back on the show to talk about what's going on with you. Also, I see you've been busy. Awesome. I still got the Funko double pack though that I need to get you signed. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere around here. Somewhere. This room is a mess. So for those of you that don't know, John is he's watching on Instagram. He is the voice of Gentle Criminal in My Hero Academia. We're gonna do a My Hero special this year. We're also gonna do a Dragon Ball special this year, so we got a lot of those things going on. Return of the Mac, what's going on, bro? What's up?
Oh, how exciting.
Solitaire Cosplay, what's going on? I'm trying to acknowledge everybody on Instagram at the same time. Go ahead and comment, guys, if you have any questions. We have the con chair for Ushicon, who we're going to be calling Ushicon. Okay, now John switch platforms. He's right there. Miss Con. Now I'm on YouTube. Yeah, Miss Con. We're gonna call her Miss Con.
Is it Miss or Mrs.
Con artist?
Oh
Miss Con? Oh yeah, it's a Miss or a Mister?
Miss or Mrs.
Miss or Miss? Is it Miss, Mister, or like? I guess what would you prefer us to call you?
Our mascot's name's Ushiko, and she's like a blue-haired cowgirl. So like,
call you Ushi.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Awesome. Hey, middle ground. Yay. So
what's fun is that cows have been like extremely popular lately, and I'm like, wow, where was this 20 years ago? This is hilarious.
This is Texas. They're always popular. They have a cow cuddle farm where you can go and cuddle cows. They make great steaks. You can make barbacoa out of them. You can make all kinds of stuff.
I gotta figure
Burgers.
out where this cow cuddle farm is.
This cow cuddle thing, I saw it on Instagram. It's really cool. Somebody look it up for me, please. Shout out to John. I definitely do want to bring John back on the show, especially with the show gaining more popularity. Ninja says she's done with 4, and also the comment that I showed you before that we didn't really go over is Phantom says, yes, I'm the one who runs Electric Aura. All right. Also, we got some comments on here. Well, I've been to Ushicon multiple times before. Ushi is not that 18 plus compared to Edgy Expo or Edgy Fiesta. It is a family style for 18 plus audience. And Frost Elf Cosplay, I've been wanting to host another panel again, but I need to think of an idea. Actually, we're going to do an entire podcast about panel hosting Frost Elf. So if you want to be a part of that show, we can definitely give you the 411, the rundown on how to do panels, how to pitch panels, and what to do. Because I know Zeros to Heroes runs they pretty much stole our hosting your own panel 101, but we're going to steal it back. And we're going to steal one of theirs.
Before I took over Ushicon, I'm still a panelist. We do Anime Name That Tune, Anime Pictionary, and we try to bring game shows to different conventions. We're based in San Antonio, so we do panels for San Japan. And one of my favorite ones to do at San Japan is Match Game.
You're one of them.
I love Match Game.
No, it's not the match game. I'm just throwing. I'm sorry. I'm throwing shade at one of my friends who hosts similar panels. I'm like, dude, you're one of those PowerPoint hosting panels, aren't you? So that's why it's an inside joke. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've done PowerPoint panels to bring information about stuff we like Hypnosis Mike and like other random stuff. Like, hey, you should watch this. We really like this.
I would really love, maybe not this year, because when we submitted our panel, so it's weird. And I wanted to ask you about that. On the website, you can still submit panels, but then there's like another page where it says the panels are like closed, submissions are closed. Come back next year.
So the website is like 22 years old, and I don't have complete access to the back end. And every time I try to change something on the back end, it gives me an error code said cheating, huh? So I'm not quite too sure who put in so much safety for such a low-end website, but there's a lot of go around. I'm gonna have to work on a new website depending on how well we do this year. I'm really hoping that this is not the last one, but this is a series of a couple of them. So here's to Ushicon.
All right, guys. Remember, if you want to ask the con chair of Ushicon any questions, want to have your questions addressed on both Instagram, or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, we are streaming live on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. If you look at the little symbol next to Phantom, it's got the Twitch symbol, and if you look at the symbol for Ninja, or Mr. John Gramillion, my boy John, it has the YouTube symbol. So we're streaming live on all three platforms. So our viewership is scattered, and we're not like, it's so weird. It's so weird, but it's cool. If you have any questions, we'll go ahead and address them. There is a bit of latency, so don't fret if we don't address your questions right away. We are addressing them as soon as we see them, because we see the comments as soon as you post them. But when we say something, damn it, John will be at a different con that weekend. I need to see. Well, I'll figure something out. I'm gonna convince Sarah to bring you to Delta. Well, we'll see. That'd be great if I did a panel at this past Delta HCon. That was fun. Even if I only had 8 people. Yeah, I'll definitely. As a matter of fact, I'll host a panel with you. I'll definitely help you out. I'll let you run one of my panels. So there's a panel I love that I want to start doing. It's a Pokemon roasting panel.
Pokemon roasting.
Right, because like some of the, I'm sorry if you're a Pokemon fan, if anybody out there watching is a Pokemon fan, but Pokemon fans are so easy to like, the Pokemon fandom is so easy to like roast, and the franchise is so easy to roast, and like all of it's just so easy to roast. Because Pokemon, and for those of you that don't know or haven't made the connection, Pokemon is just cockfighting for kids. Tell me I'm wrong. What happens when you put your pet chicken in a cockfight? You win money.
Dang.
And you take your chicken to the hospital. What does that sound like? And when you lose, if you lose in Pokemon, at least in the old games, I don't know if that's the case in the new games, but in the old games, if you lost, you blacked out and woke up in the hospital with half your money gone.
Yeah, they like mugged you.
They mugged you. It took you a while. Like, this is my cash. You woke up confused. Your Pokemon are healed. Your bruises are gone, but your money's gone. Either A, they robbed you, or B, the hospital billed you. Who knows? Either way, your ass got highway robbed.
You know, it could have been either or.
That's right. So we definitely want to give a shout out to Cameron and Devil Kitty Cat and Solitaire gave a thumbs up. So they're gonna try to make so Phantom says I'm gonna try to make it this year to come back to check it out. Speaking of Pokemon, I think this is a question for you, Ushi.
Okay.
Speaking of Pokemon, how do you feel about Power World? Laughing my ass off.
I play Genshin, so I don't know anything much past that. And my wife is really into idle games, so there's like this huge Love Live debacle that they opened an American English game for Love Live to have it only open 3 months and then die. I have no idea what Pal World is, or nor have I played it. So
have you ever played Pokemon?
Yeah, some one of the old games, Leaf Green, I think.
Okay, so you played Pokemon, you played you just said Genshin Impact. Have you ever played Fortnite?
No.
Okay.
We love Fortnite.
So essentially Power World is all three of those combined.
Interesting.
It's Pokemon. You can capture them or you can kill them and then eat them. And you can make them battle or you can make them do slave labor.
I mean, in the original Pokemon series, they did eat a bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah, they did eat Pokemon. Not everyone in Pokemon was a vegetarian. I'm just putting it out there. Not everyone in Pokemon was vegan or vegetarian. I promise you, if Psyduck lost too many battles and Thanksgiving was around the corner, well, Psyduck, unfortunately, we're broke. I'm poor. You suck, and we're hungry.
You know, nothing personal.
Yeah, nothing personal. I mean, you get sick of Hitmonchan's crap, you throw him on the grill.
No, I'm more of like an Animal Crossing kind of person. Like I just want to play house. I mean, I do like Legend of Zelda though. So
what about The Sims?
The Sims, the only Sims game I liked was Sim City.
Oh, so you like building the city?
Yeah.
And then it gets destroyed by Godzilla?
It never was destroyed by Godzilla. I just had to make sure, there was like transportation for people to get to work and then enough work for all the people in the city. And it was like always constant problems.
Oh, we got another one for you. Oh my God. Yes, I heard about the Love Live stuff. Do you know Show by Rock?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I live under a rock. I work construction and I work with a bunch of men who watch like football and go hunting and do other manly construction things. And so they always ask me, have you seen this movie? And I go, no. And then sometimes I throw back at them, have you seen this anime? They're like, we don't watch anime. Then why are you asking me about football? Oh my gosh.
It's that's okay. So they must be older guys because like anime is very much like cool and a lot of guys watch it nowadays.
Maybe
it is
the general populace, but we're talking about just construction.
I have questions considering the fact that I am Mexican, but I'm not going to ask those kind of questions here on the show, at least not yet. They should. Are they okay? You work in construction and it's a bunch of guys, right? Are they Mexicans?
I mean, we got all different types. I mean, of course, there's a lot of Mexicans. I'm not going to lie. We live in Texas. But
man, they need to get the hell out of here then, because they know what Dragon Ball Z is.
Not all of them. Some of them are really about work culture and about working and then drinking and then going to bed. So not everyone's into watching shows, even like regular TV shows. So.
Right. Yeah, but like it's crazy how like Dragon Ball Z is a big part of Mexican culture now.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't say anything like they don't they've never seen it, because 100% they have.
They either haven't seen it, but they know what it is, because it got so bad in Mexico that the cartel got involved.
That's hilarious. No, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going that, but I'm just saying like it's rare to meet someone who watches anime, and then the few times I do run into someone who watches anime, it's always in English. They're not as weird as me watching it in Japanese. So
I got you.
I
I
don't think
got you.
that makes you weird.
No, yeah, I agree. That doesn't make you weird. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the convention. We had a little small talk. Last comment is "You're Good" show by Rock is pretty old now, but it is an idol anime. It was by Sanrio.
Sanrio.
So canonically, the characters are in the same universe as Hello Kitty.
Also, the game is still going on, but the game's only available in Japan. You don't know how badly I've been trying to get my hands on the game.
Oh my fucking god, yes. DBZ and Naruto Kenshin was also another. As a fellow Mexican, it's always funny from the whiplash at the pulga. Pulga means flea market, for the record, guys.
yes,
So I'm a very so there's some a new, and this is just to share a little bit about the panel discussion because we're talking about the convention, we're shit talking everything, but one panel we started doing is diversity in the con community, not just cosplay, because people do diversity in our people of color in cosplay. We feel like that's not enough reach. We need to like we want all people of color in the entire community to be a part of it, because not everyone that's a person of color cosplays. Like there's some people that don't cosplay, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to dress up. First off, dressing up is not as glamorous as it sounds. Yeah, the pictures look great, the cosplay looks great, you love the attention, but then the cosplay starts falling off. You're sweating like you're out there picking some oranges. It shit sucks. It falls apart. You got to do repairs. You got to pack the shit. You have to unpack the shit. You got to put it on. You can't piss. You can't shit in it. Like cosplay is like rough. I cosplay as Captain Mexico and I cannot use like even though it looks like I should be able to use the bathroom, I still can't. It sucks. I don't eat
that's
shit in it because I don't want to go to the bathroom.
that's unfortunate. I have my during the day costumes, and then I have my evening wear, which I can throw in the washing machine because I know if I eat in anything, I'm inevitably going to get food stains on my clothes. And so, like Team Rocket, something I can throw in the wash machine is a great evening cosplay because I'm hungry and I want to eat, but I still want to dress up. But funny that you mentioned cosplaying because Ushicon is like the least cosplayed convention here in Texas. Most conventions you get like a 50-50 or higher from a ratio of cosplayed to not cosplayed. At least 50% of the people who go dress up. But at Ushicon, barely 20% of the people who go dress up. So it's kind of funny that a bunch of people dressed normally go to Ushicon and it's still considered an anime convention.
That's I didn't realize it was that low. Now that you mention it, now that I think about it, yeah, you're right. Shout out to DJ Power, Motorosis. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I know I did. Solitaire Cosplay gave a thumbs up. I think I acknowledged that already. If you have any questions for our con chair from Ushicon, Ushicon con chair has joined us live on the Shiitake Tuesdays. We're going to be talking about the convention, everything that's going on. So if you have any questions and you want them addressed on the podcast, go ahead and ask away. Unfortunately, we can't show the Instagram questions on the. I don't know. It's just stupid and weird. But Phantom says facts to what I think what I just said. But let's. So, how long have you been the? How long have you been con chair for Ushicon?
A year and 5 months.
You have to think about it. It's like, let me see. Carry the 3 plus 2.
I couldn't remember how many months.
No, you're good.
It's
Gotta
not
round it up.
quite 2 years because basically I took over the con 6 months before I had the birthday party and got permission to do her birthday party because she was turning 21 years old. I'm like, no, she deserves a birthday party. She was on a bottle of sake. Now she can legally drink at her own convention. Come on, we have to have a birthday party.
That's right. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody. Shit is going down.
So I took over. I did a 1-day event at a small hotel in San Marcos, and now I'm doing my first 3-day convention as well.
Nice. So it's you okay? Say that. What was that part about San Marcos? Can you say that statement one more time?
Um, I had a 1-day birthday party in San Marcos, and now we're doing a full 3-day event.
Have you ever? So let's just ask the tough question here.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever actually run a convention before?
As con chair, no. As staff for another convention, yes.
Okay. That's a good answer actually. Are you are you nervous?
Absolutely. I am what you call a ball of anxiety, a nervous wreck on the day-to-day regularly. Oh man, this hits home hard.
So okay, let's put it on a scale so everybody can understand. On a scale of 1 to shit your pants, what would you say? Shit your pants being 10.
Oh, well, I don't really shit my pants ever, but it just feels like I'm gonna have a heart attack. I hope that helps.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely like an 8. That's definitely an 8 or a 9. Yeah, because people don't shit their pants unless unless they are sick, they have some kind of infection, they took maybe some acid, or they're dead.
All right, I'm not dead. Still putting
There you
on
go.
the con.
That's right. We're not dead here, folks. And this Geeks Forever podcast now with 33% more life. You might be a little dead on the inside though, just a little, just a tad bit.
33% more will to live.
10% more will to live.
Ushicon has died 3 times now from my relative memory. It could be more, but Ushicon has died 3 times, and we've brought her back to life as a
Oh wow!
community.
Just like Jesus. Just like
ba-
Jesus.
Basically, whoever the con chair is will be like, all right, guys, I'm done. I can't do it. And then someone stands up and says, wait, hold on. We can't let this go. We can't let her die. And then they'll take over. And so there's a lot of gaps in our continuity, basically, meaning that we've only had 15 full conventions in the 22 years.
What? Because that's pretty crazy because it's been pretty so I know the last few years, and it was because of the pandemic,
Yes.
it kind of stopped. But ever since we started Geeks Forever, we discovered Ushicon. We have been going. We haven't gone like. And I want to address the comment real quick from Frost Elf Cosplay. I usually do cosplays Friday and Saturday unless I'm doing a skit for a contest. Yeah, same. I usually only cosplay Friday and Saturday. But going back to my earlier statement, so ever since we discovered Ushicon, we've been pretty good about signing up, hosting panels, getting the room. I mean, at one point, I even like got drunk and passed out in the hallway, and like my buddy who's like working the staff, he drags me to this legitimately happened one year at Ushicon when they were at the hotel and they had the convention center in the back. You had to walk like not very long. It was like a 5-second walk from the hotel to the convention center, maybe less.
Yes.
But like they literally like there was a party, we were all there, and I was in my poncho and sombrero, and they bring me back to my hotel room. They're like, "Hey, is this y'all's Mexican?" And my friend's like,
This y'all's Mexican.
"Is
Hello?
this y'all's Mexican?" My friend's like, "Where'd you find him?" He was outside like a damn garden gnome sleeping.
Oh damn. I mean, I've had some crazy times at Ushicon back in those days because you're talking about the Wingate and Round Rock, and oh boy, did we drink. We rented the whole hotel, so the second floor, most of the doors would be latched open, and you could like peek your head in and be like, "Hey, private party or what you doing?" And then people were doing karaoke in one room, people were playing video games in another room, people were watching Japanese Sentai in one room, people were watching Japanese horror in
I
another room.
remember like
People were
one
playing
year.
Cards Against Humanity. It was crazy.
So Ushicon actually inspired 2 things. Well, maybe one. I don't know about the. So at Ushicon they had a panel, but it wasn't a panel. It's like an event. It was called Saturday Morning Cartoons. So we all it was Saturday morning. We went into one of the hotel room suites. They had a suite. They moved all the furniture, and the guy had like cereal and milk and bowls and spoon, and he played some like really obscure Saturday morning cartoons. And people were just sitting there making fun of like because there was a Fonzie Saturday morning cartoon. And he's like, I'm gonna give that T-Rex a knuckle sandwich. And then we really wanted to see him punch that T-Rex.
Our girl Sabrina
sounds like
still
a great
hosts
panel.
that panel, so it's a lot of fun. And we're also hosting it this year as well.
Nice. Okay, so definitely that is fun. It's great. Check it out. They had karaoke in a very similar room, same size room, same style, same everything. They had karaoke. I remember it being part of the con. And then we were there. We were, we're drinking or having a great time. And then we meet this girl. I don't know who she was. I don't remember who she. I don't know who she was. I don't remember who she was, and I don't even remember what she looked like. But it was her birthday, and so like I got like her group and a bunch of and some other people to sing like "Happy Birthday to you," and then like we weren't even that like loud. Like we were a little loud, but we weren't that loud. And the DJ had to tell us to shut the fuck up because the guy that was singing complained that we were too loud and that he couldn't sing. And I'm like, I got mad. I was like, stop being a bitch, sing louder. Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. And so it was definitely a great night. I had fun. I apologize to the DJ. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna do karaoke, you can't be that. You can't do that shy Hinata from Naruto bullshit. Like, you can't whisper into the microphone. You can't whisper into the microphone. You gotta be like, you gotta put out that energy. And so that actually inspired a disclaimer we do from now on. Like, hey, if you come to the stage, you forfeit your right to be shy. If you're the type that's, if you're gonna like freak out and have a panic attack, we don't want to make you uncomfortable. We don't want anything bad to happen to you. It's best that you don't do it. But if you're loud, obnoxious, if you want to be out there, you want to show up and show out, sign up. Got to use your outside voice. Thank you. Somebody put it into words. We're gonna put that on a shirt.
Gotta use
Put that one on a shirt.
But no, Ushicon. Go ahead.
I do have a question about Ushicon, actually. So,
Yes.
what I want to know is, like, what do you know about burlesque, and why would you be against it or for it?
Okay. Being a convention goer of many years, I've seen a handful of burlesque, not a lot. I know that it's a form of entertainment that sometimes is scantily clad in nature or clothing. I personally don't mind it. It's not a huge deal to me, but I also don't want to scare off all the people who help me run the convention by making it more adult themed. They feel like they have a safe space, and I don't want to ruin that safe space for people.
I see.
And that's mostly why I'd be against it.
Yeah, I guess it's a perspective thing because burlesque is an art form, really. It's a pretty old art form.
Honestly, I don't mind sitting watching burlesque, and I think it's artistic and nice. But my opinion differs from other people's opinions, and I just want to keep Ushicon alive for as long as I can.
That's right, and that's why we brought you on the show. It's because we want people to be aware of the convention. We want people to go to the convention. We want people to, help the convention because one, I've always said this, and I've said this on a podcast with John on here. And I believe that panels and events are the heart and soul of a convention. Now, the guests are like the blood, like they're the lifeblood. They're the blood. Volunteers are the foundation. They're the feet. And the staff, they're the brains. They're the heads. That's why I believe as conventions as living bodies.
Interesting. No, I don't have any guests this year, but traditionally we've only had guests every other year because we try to bring in old Japanese ladies to come sign stuff and make art of Ushiko and
How
hang out and enjoy Texas.
How does one go about throwing your name in the hat to be a guest at the con?
Just talking to me, really, and then we just kind of iron out whatever details you want. I wanted to have a different podcast I was talking to for a while. What was their names? Assuming Positions, I think. They were an older group, and he was super into older anime, so I thought he would fit our vibe, because I'm like, oh man, other people like old Gundam and the stuff you're saying. So it just depends on how many rooms I have and stuff like that, because if you get in early enough, I can set up with rooms or food or at least tickets. Those three things basically.
Right, because I'm
Do you
so
have an
like
email address?
yes,
An
it's
email
in the,
address we could contact you at?
it's on the website.
Which there's a couple of email addresses on the website. Which one are you talking about? Because
To contact you.
me personally, hold on, I wasn't ready for this question. I know I should know it off the top of my head, but I don't want to mess up.
No, you're good. Like, that's the thing. We don't have a script. It kind of just got. That's the thing with Geeks Fibers, guys. We're always looking for guests. We're always looking for people to participate on the show. We want to grow the channel. We want more participation. There's a reason why we don't have super chats. There's a reason why, like, it is taking us a little bit longer to grow. But the audience that we're growing with, like, we acknowledge them. They exist. They're a part of the show. They're contributing just as much as like our guests, our producers, our co-hosts. I do. Like, without you guys, there is no Geeks 5 Ever. So we are looking for people to we are always looking for people to come on the show. We are doing a special pretty soon. We're doing a Geeks 5 Ever premium I would say premium podcast, but super podcast. We're going to do a all girl special. I won't be on the show. Dangapus will be on the show, but I will not, because it's going to be all girl guests, all girls, just talking about girls, girl stuff, girl cosplay, girl power.
That's fun. As a woman in construction, I really enjoy the idea of all women sometimes, because I'm constantly surrounded by men. But you wanted my email, so it's chair, CHAIR, at ushicon.com, USHICON.com.
We actually have a little private chat that you can put it in.
I'm sorry. Did I mention construction? Like, I don't deal with a computer on the day-to-day.
No, you're good. Yeah, I know. I get it. So there you guys
Where
go.
do you want me to put that then? My bad.
Just email it to me and I'll send it to Dangapus. I got you.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good. Actually, it's the same one you've been emailing me from, huh?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
fine.
I'll just give it to her then.
Okay.
So I want to give a shout out to Android 17, aka the Demon. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, I was asking so that we could put that in the chat in case anybody really wanted to be at Ushicon this year.
Yeah. So I am so down. I would throw my name in the hat for guests. Like, I'm not high maintenance. I just need somewhere to sleep and a couple of badges. I'll feed myself.
Nice. It's interesting that Ushicon is set up differently than other cons, because I wanted to try to provide food for at least Saturday and Sunday. And then they're like, don't worry so hard about it. We don't usually. And I'm like, what? So
the fact that y'all provide beer, like the fact that Ushicon provided beer every year was like good enough for me. Like, food? What food? Beer.
I wish we could do that again, but the price of that hotel tripled, so it just would have been impossible. It was nice because the rules were kind of lax at that hotel, so we could do stuff like that. But now that we're at more of a high-end hotel, the same one as Ecchi, it's just a little more difficult to get them to do that for you. But I will have, I believe, drink tickets for the first 150 people, one apiece.
Hold on, I got you on that. Hold on. Damn it, I need a second.
All right.
Ask her a question, Dangapus.
I didn't realize you wanted to be a guest. I do apologize. I'm really new to being in this specific position because I've always just volunteered and helped run stuff. Running stuff all by myself has been very interesting and challenging, and I don't know everything.
Hey, hold on. I got you. You, the viewers, can help Ushicon with a very small donation. For just $2.99, you can help Ushicon provide beer to all of its attendees. You can help bring the fun back to the convention. You can make a difference. Call and donate now.
Oh, I wanted to charge more for badges so that I could provide more drinks, but that was
Here's $20. Where's your cash app?
but that was we ended up going with a lower price because we just want more people to just attend in general.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, that was beautiful.
No, I mean, like, because there's a lot of people. So there's different, because there's something called featured panelists. There's something called, there's guests. There's featured panelists. There's the podcasting. Some conventions are doing podcasting programs now. There's a lot of things, like, not to throw shade. I guess I won't say who it is, but one of my buddies who does shows and shit like that as a guest, he charges a bit. I was like, damn fool, I wouldn't hire you.
What do you mean you can't throw shade?
I am throwing shade. I'm just not gonna say
Shit
who.
Talkie Tuesdays.
That's right. Fucking Deacon Rap.
Yeah,
You charge way too much, bro.
You can throw shade.
Whoa. No, it's very, very stressful getting a bunch of messages from different people who want to be guests and being like, hey, if you pay me $2,000, I'll show up. And I'm like, well, it's not in the budget. Sorry.
I'll take a 2-piece and a biscuit. I need a drink though.
Well,
I'm dead ass. Like, no, you think I'm kidding. You think I'm kidding. I shit you not. Like,
I know you're not kidding.
Like, for real. Like, I just need somewhere to sleep. I'll sleep with the goddamn volunteers. And a couple of badges.
I can understand why. I could really understand why some social media professionals would want to be paid upwards of $2,000, because there are definitely conventions. Because I do management for a couple of cosplayers in the California area and a couple in the Texas area, and a lot of them, they're valuable because if it's a big enough name, people will go just to see that cosplayer, just to hang out with them and get their expertise, especially if they're a judge at a cosplay contest, because I believe a bunch of them are very well known, and at this point in time, cosplay is so big that social media and the cosplayers on the social medias like Instagram or TikTok could make or break a convention. And a lot of them, they don't ask for much, but the ones who ask for 2K, they probably are either really popular or just, I guess, trying to be a businessman.
Right. Yeah. Real quick before we continue. So I want to give a shout out to everybody watching the podcast, because today's Shit Talkie Tuesdays is brought to you by Comic Palooza at the George R. Brown Convention Center this May. That's right. The Comic Palooza will return to the George R. Brown Convention Center. The Houston-owned comic book convention is back. They're going to start announcing some really great guests. GEEKS 5 is already confirmed for the show, so you'll catch us there hosting all of our anime panels and hopefully being part of their podcasting program. We don't know yet, but hashtag Comic Palooza. Go to comicpalooza.com right now to buy your badges before the price increase. Remember, they're $100+ at the door. Comic Palooza is the biggest comic book pop culture convention in Texas right now. It's even bigger than that bullshit convention known as Anime Matsuri. Sorry if you like it. Not sorry. Don't give a shit. Also, our podcast is brought to you by Allcon, the all-inclusive convention in Dallas, Texas this year, spring break. That's right. You can see Geeks 5 Ever as a featured panelist guest there this year. And we're introducing a brand new panel called Do Anime Fans Secretly Hate Anime? That's where we talk about some of the anime fans that absolutely cannot stand shit like Spy X Family, Burrito, or fuck, I don't know.
Maybe
any
it's
other
new anime in general.
Yeah, just kind of like new anime. Because I can't stand Burrito. It's stupid. They should have ended with Naruto.
That's so me. You could have just called it interviewing Danktopus.
Thank
I
you.
could go on for hours about how newer anime isn't that good.
Boruto. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Whatever.
Burrito, that's what his name is.
Burrito. That's right. So
Oh,
I want to give a shout out to Zeros to Heroes, one of the premier panelist groups and podcasts in the Austin area. What's up, my bros? What's going on? And really loving all the success you guys are getting as panelists. They're a big group too. So going back, sorry, I didn't. Shameless advertising, and I have to do. It's part of my
yeah,
contract.
absolutely. Please do. No, I just wanted to say before you switched over, so my bad, is that I absolutely respect people trying to make money off of this. It's just Ushicon's a very small convention. We're talking 300, 500 people. I do not have the money to pay for a bunch of guests, and I wish that people trying to sell themselves to Ushicon would understand that we are tiny, we are small, and I'm not. I'm not at the success point, and we don't want to be at the success point of having 20,000 people. We want to be a cool small convention of maybe 2,000 people. We just want to be profitable enough to continue it on for years to come. Sorry, I shouldn't say so much.
No, hey, it's okay. Not everyone
that's
not everyone is used to doing public speaking or presenting or stuff like this. Like there are sorry, I had a little bit of a burp, like gassy. So I work for the company I work for. I'm a trainer, and we train in different types and stuff like that. And so we have to present. We have to use PowerPoints, Excels, whatever the hell. And so one of the things that they talk about is filler, and like they have to legitimately train, practice, and utilize not using filler, like words like stuff like that. So it's understandable because you work in construction. That is not your expertise.
No,
So
it's
using
definitely
filler,
not. We just shit talk each other all the time, and I mean, they like saying gross stuff to each other and feel like it's a compliment. It's appalling at times.
I worked for the freight business. I already know exactly the kind of jokes you probably hear all the time. Anytime you work for construction, freight, like, and not freight drivers, the loaders, I'm talking about the guys that are on the forklifts. The drivers too. But yeah, no, we get it. So there's a lot of interest. I want to give also Pachinko. Carlos, what's up, bro? King Dave, what's up? Like I said, Zeros to Heroes. And I want to give a shout out to Space Ranger Reviews. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it. Shout out to you. Remember, there are no paid super chats here. We try to acknowledge everyone's comments as much as we can. Yeah, but like there seems to be some interest for Ushicon, definitely. And like there are a lot of groups that will do it for free. Like they're just, I guess it just depends on you and the other staff and what you guys want to accomplish. Like as far as Geeks 5 ever goes, there's a lot of things that I would like to do and talk about, like being Latino, being Latino in the cosplay community, just being a person of color. I know there are Black content creators, there's Latino content creators, there's all kinds of people of color. Like, so we do panels about that kind of stuff. We do do anime fans secretly hate anime, and that's gonna be a great comedy panel. That whole panel is just shit talking. A lot of our versus panels are comedy, like 90% of our panels are comedy, but we also do like mental health awareness. We do diversity in the con community. We do mental health stuff. We do like panels where people can share and feel safe, and it's essentially, just to break it down to where it makes more sense, it's a panel where you come and you share with us, and I will tell you, like, I will literally say these words, like, I am proud of you, because sometimes that's what we want to hear, and sometimes that's what we need to hear.
Absolutely, and that's very nice of you.
So that's what we try to do with that panel, and we're not just saying it just so you could hear and be like, okay, I feel better. I mean, like, it's not like the whole, it's like that fucking joke, like, oh, you feel sad, go get a Happy Meal.
Oh, I've heard worse.
You've been streaming almost every day now. Yep. Changing the schedule to try to have at least one every day.
Yeah, we gotta go with the daily content now. Yeah, we gotta. This is my boy right here. I fucking love him. He helped me get my job. Thank you so much for coming in here and showing some love. But yeah, we're going full. Geeks 5 Ever in 2024 is going full time. We might not have enough followers to warrant going full time, but we are going full time with this. As we gain more followers, we'll probably gain sponsors. We'll probably work with more conventions. But we are going full force. We're going full time, and we're going national. That's right. Oklahoma, Louisiana, New Mexico, Florida. Look out, because Geeks 5 Ever could be coming to a con near you. Maybe not Arizona. Fuck Arizona.
Maybe not Arizona.
Yeah, maybe not Arizona. We'll see about Cali and Washington and maybe Atlanta.
Oh, you definitely will see about California.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of interest going on. No. Yes, I can. Yes. Just to answer your question, yes. So. So, just sorry, I had to address a message. Doesn't hurt to try. Yep. We're going full time because we definitely want to get more content out there. We're going to be doing the terrible, and that's one of the panels one of the podcasts that I'm hosting is called Terrible Fan Fiction. That's actually a panel I used to host at Ushicon.
Oh, nice.
So, is it safe to say? So, you probably don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Has Ushicon's panel schedule been finalized?
For the most part, yes. It's definitely been finalized, and it's in the guidebook. Yes.
You have a guide on the website.
There's a guide on the website, and the full schedule should be posted. I'm not sure if the video game department was updated or not recently, but I do have the final schedule for that as well that I can share. I'm going to let my wife sit here while I take a very quick second to powder my nose.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Ushicon.
Hi.
Hello.
I was putting laundry away.
So tell us, what is it like being the partner to somebody that's stressing themselves out working for a convention that utilizes their hobby?
I'm like when he posted, he was done and then he moved. She was like, I'm going to take over. And I'm like, you're crazy. You know what you're getting into. I've been going to cons a long time too. You're crazy.
And that's so crazy, guys, because I've been going to conventions for years. I volunteered for several conventions. Jen, what's going on, Jen? I want to give a shout out to Jen. Really awesome individual. Always sharing on social media. Love that person. They're awesome. Give me some shout outs to our Instagram followers. Hey guys, you can join us on YouTube. You might have the link won't work, but here, this is our YouTube link. You can join. So it's crazy because I have volunteered for conventions. I volunteered for ACON. I volunteered for Stand Japan. I volunteered for A-Fest. And like
that's okay. A-Fest.
A-Fest was cool. A-Fest I love. I was the guy managing the line, so I got to yell at people. Pre-reg, are you signing up here at the door?
I used to do that at MizuniCon because our line would wrap around the building and would end up in the street. So I would yell at people to get on the sidewalk so cars could pass by. It was hilarious. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. So is there anything on the website, schedule-wise, anything like that at all?
Well, let's see.
Doesn't. Maybe not. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out for our followers who are interested. Hello, what's up, Pachinko? Pachinko is one of our OG followers. Been here since the podcast rebooted back in 2020. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's anything posted so far. So like you said, it's probably been finalized. They just haven't like published it, so it's fine.
If you go to menu, it says guide.
If you go to menu and hit guide, it has the schedule.
I was just
Yes, and that's the updated schedule. Open ceremonies at 12:30 on Friday. Anime Pictionary at 1 on Friday. Yeah, that's the one.
Let me show you. because this is what I can see. I guess that's not gonna work. Hold on.
Do you not see a menu button at the top?
So okay, I guess it's not gonna work the way we have it. Oh, I know why it's not working. I'm so slow. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. So right here, it's probably not that noticeable. But like, so I clicked on that. I clicked right here where it says schedule, and now it's doing something.
There it is. You're looking at it live and in person.
Oh, snap! We are karaoke. Let's see. Okay. So nerds say teachers in anime we wish we would have had. Anime Jeopardy, From Devil to Champion, Swap Meet, Polyamory in anime, the good, the bad, and the dumpster fires. Protect yourself or wreck yourself, Cosplay Safety 101, Godzilla 101, the Showa era, Anime Lord Dump Quiz Bowl, Middle Age Cosplay, Cosplay Showcase, guess that, being wrong type. Being the wrong type of Asian in the anime community. Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ouch. Okay.
Okay.
Speech 100 for the socially awkward weeaboo. Stealing that one. Okay. Okay. So, all right, cool. So you can see the full schedule, guys. I'm definitely going to share that with y'all. So let me go ahead and get that. I'm going to post it in our chat so y'all can have access to it. So in case you want to check it out. So with the website, so the website's out. It's got the schedule. It kind of has the schedule now. Let me go ahead and bring up our little thing. So, which raises a question. Do y'all have a section on the website where people can sign up for press? Or how does that work?
I have one press photographer, and we have someone every year who sets up a camera at the back end of main events, and we'll put all the videos on YouTube of the different panels. But I don't pay them to do that. They've just done it for years. So because they've done it for so long, I just let them do it. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I got that. But do you know how press works for conventions?
Well, let's see. I've never worked for press for conventions, so I'd say no. I'm just letting people do who've already done it do what they want to do.
Okay, so the way it works is this. So you have a press and media application. So what you do on the web, so what a lot of cons do is they'll post up their application for press and media. People will sign up for it. The con, like you or somebody else or whoever, will kind of look at it because you'll ask for credentials like, what is the name of your like? What kind of show are you? Are you a news broadcast? Are you podcast? Are you a blog, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, right? And then they'll say, okay, this is the name of our show. This is the name of the company. This is the email. This is our channel. This is our link to the channel. This is how many followers we have. And so that's called a press application. So the press application is a way for like people like me, podcasters, to come to the shows. If we get approved, like, you might give us like maybe 2 free badges, but that's it. Like, you don't pay us. You just maybe give us a complimentary badge. And we come to the show, we check it out, and then we do full reviews on the conventions.
Okay.
So that's how that works. I'm just sharing with you. You don't have to do it, but that is how press and media applications work.
Yeah, it's been interesting trying to figure out how vendors work and how dealers work and what dealers expect from me. And oh boy, have I made some old men angry. But it's like, since I work construction and work with old men, it's like, man, that's like my everyday job. I just get to do it in the anime community as well. I really appreciate you sharing that information. Maybe that's something I can definitely look into.
Yeah, I'll definitely, because we do press for like a lot of conventions, including some big ones. We like Comic Palooza does what is called the podcast program, where they actually they have a booth set up for the different podcast shows, and like they will get to host a show during the convention. Like it's a booth in the middle of the con floor, and people can watch and have your audience come check you out and join you. But you can record or live stream, which we are planning on doing this year. I don't know how we're going to pull it off, considering that our podcast is mature audience. And so I'm going to have to tone it down during the con, which sucks because the last time we did this, I had to tone it down so much, like so much that I eventually just started calling out random cosplays as they walked by. Hey, look, Sailor Moon. Hey, look, it's Master Chief. And I just like, that was pretty much like half the show because I was like, what do I talk about? 'Cause I can't talk about our regular stuff. I can't do it because we're out in public. It's a family friendly show and our shit isn't family friendly. So it's like we're kind of SOL right here.
At least with Ushicon, you don't have that problem. I mean,
Exactly.
I don't care if you cuss. Like, cussing is the least of my problems.
I love the whole 18 plus panels because during my 18 plus, like during my regular panels, I don't cuss. I'm pretty good at not cussing, but on my 18 plus panels, all right, Mr. Door Person, Mr. Volunteer, shut the door. As soon as the door
Yes.
closes, shit, fuck, cock, cunt, pussy, ah. And people like laugh, and then I'll be like, okay, I got it out of my system. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Geeks 5 members, proud to present to you, blah, 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 whatever panel we're hosting. But yeah, pretty much like I'm an entertainer. I take great pride in being an entertainer. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make people laugh. I'm here to make them upset. Like we treat it like you know how if you ever been to a professional wrestling show, you can cheer the person, you can boo them. But yeah, we take that into like, we want that. We want people to be a part of the show, interact, and like you know, like this, you know, you suck. I'm like, so do you.
I've never watched professional wrestling, but I can say at least this: being an entertainer and things like that, I've always been like more of like Vanna White sort of model sort of thing. Like I'm there to help support and not talk too much. So it's interesting.
Oh.
So I'm not the one who talks a lot. My wife is, and she will host the panel, and I always say I'm the co-host. I'm just there to be supportive and try my best and flip the letters.
How does one sign up for like Master of Ceremonies for the opening ceremony show? Because I would so love to do that.
Okay, fun fact, I've never been to an opening ceremonies, and this is going to be my first one. So, yay!
What? Okay. All right. We're going to keep in contact. It's great though, because as an entertainer, like I will pick one person in my audience. Like if you start trolling me, I'm going to pick you right away. Like automatically you're picked. But I will pick somebody to mess with during my shows. Like we were doing terrible fan fiction. I was reading, and there was this one guy like making jokes. Heck, he was like trolling, and I was trying to read the stupid story because all the words were misspelled and the grammar was awful. And I'm like, hey, you in the cheap seats, keep it down, because he was like in the back.
Hilarious.
And then I kept calling him privilege because he was white.
Hey,
I'm like, privilege, shut up. Mexican brown folk are talking.
Dang.
And it's funny because like he was such a good sport about it. And then there was one time we did the dating game, and there was this girl was cosplaying as one of the ponies. So okay. I didn't know what the fuck like the difference was between ponies and bronies. So I'm like, hey, look at some bronies. She's like, we're not bronies, we're ponies. Bronies are the boys. I'm like, what the fuck is the difference?
We're Pegasisters.
We're Pegasisters. And then she like, they were so like, they were in character. I guess the character of that pony is like, she's a bit of a bitch. And they're like, we're ponies. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And so they were trolling the whole show. They were trolling. She was like stomping and doing like these little like fit face. Like her expression was she was throwing a fit, and she made like this sound. And it was so in character. And keep in mind, I've never seen the damn show. Like I've never watched it, never will, not interested, not my cup of tea.
Of course.
But I messed with her. She was like complaining a lot. And my friend told me, yeah, that's just part of the character, bro. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I thought we legitimately like, I'm like, do I have to kick somebody out? Because I will kick you out. And then like,
I apologize for the interruption, but we got an important Ushicon question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I will answer that one real quick as soon as I'm done. No, not answer, but
Alright.
I will ask that one. I will ask. But because I'm almost done, I'm almost done. So I messed with the pony cosplayer, and then I said something. She would, and it was during the cosplay dating game. I'm like, hey, you keep it down, or it's off to the glue factory for you. And everybody was like, oh. And then I walk off, and then like 10 seconds later, I come back to her, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. That was uncalled for. Let me translate for you. And the fucking room lost its shit.
Oh my goodness.
I started making horse sounds at the whole room loses its shit. And I like approached her afterwards. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry. I'm so, I was kidding, right? She's like, oh yeah, I know. Like, I just went along with it. Like, that's how great like audiences can be when you host a show. Like, hosting panels is amazing. Sometimes people get into it and people will troll and go along with it. It's an amazing experience. It's definitely. But they do have a question for you. Oh, what is the dress code for Ushicon?
The dress code for most family-friendly conventions, I mean, keep the titties covered, keep the butt covered. Public nudity isn't like a huge allowable thing inside the conference center or for most hotels. They're very against it.
That's right. You got to keep the fun bits covered. Shoestring is not a G-string.
Correct.
So from what it sounds like, the con is basically more PG than it is like 18 plus.
Yes. Basically, we all are adults and we know that stuff happens, but we're just trying to get away from the children and enjoy the children's anime or games or things we don't normally get to do, like hang out with our friends. It's a great weekend to get a babysitter and go, forget about the children.
I can see that. It's kind of like a bar. Just because you're at a bar doesn't mean all your fun bits are going to come out.
Interesting. I don't go to bars very often, but that's an interesting.
Well, I mean, I don't really go to bars either. I did when I was like in my early 20s, but not really my thing. I don't really like bars. I like Numbers nightclub, which is cool, but I'm not really like a club or a bar person. I'm more. They have a smoking area where you can hang out and just drink and talk to people.
And that's what Ushicon is about. We're here to hang out and talk to people and maybe very carefully in an undisclosed closed container that you can't see through, have something nice.
That's right. Ushicon is the bar area. It's the smoking area of the bar.
That sounds terrible, but I feel like it's partially true.
I also want to say that like calling it children's anime or kids anime is like some people might get offended by that. Let's hope they don't.
I mean, think about it though. In Japan, like even the more mature anime is still considered for like children. And what is the definition of a child? I guess your universal definition of a child is somebody that's not legally an adult. Because would you consider somebody that's 15 or 16 a child?
I mean, with my background, no, but I mean, I have a long personal history of homelessness, so I made some interesting choices as a growing up child.
I think, Dagapus, are you good? You good? Okay, I think she's out. I think she blue screen to death. F in the chat, boys. F in the chat. F in the chat, please. F in the chat. So you said there's no guest this year.
Correct.
Is that like was that complete? Like, I don't know. Maybe you did say it, but was that like a financial decision or?
It was definitely primarily a financial decision. I was trying to work with a couple of guests. Like I said, I was working with a podcast, and I was working with someone else who does cosplaying, and it just kind of fell through. I didn't have a lot to offer except, like 2 meals, a room, and a free badge, but it just all fell through.
Damn, is that deal still open? Because I'll take it.
No, that was when I had more rooms available in October.
Boo. Damn it. Because I'm so
Sorry.
down. Nah, you're good. Yeah, because like not to so I know this sounds bad on my end, but
Go
because
ahead.
we do so much stuff and first off, shout out to Plasma Warrior. I know you've been on the show years ago, bro, but I haven't seen you on the comment section in forever. So welcome back. Dankput says a lot of people would want the room and badge. Some people would do it for just that. And so yeah, I agree. So what in per se were you trying to do with the podcast group?
I believe they had a free table and they were putting on some panels for us. I don't have all the details in front of me though, so it could have been just the panels. But I enjoyed them because he was talking about older anime that I knew other Ushicon people would also enjoy. Because I was really going after people who want to be at Ushicon, who enjoy the atmosphere, who want to hang out and know that we're a tiny con and we don't have like a lot of reach.
Shit, we'll do. We'll. I mean, I'll throw my name in the hat next year. I know it's too late
Absolutely.
this year. I know it's too late.
I feel just so bad. So like, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. But like, we're like weeks away or less than 2 weeks away. So
Right? No, it's fine. You're fine. We have so many conventions on the show that we can't actually go to. This year, it's just not. So we do so many conventions that I can't go to all of them. So I have somebody that represents Geeks 5 Ever Go for me. Unfortunately, Ushicon is definitely not in the books because we had a rough year last year. We had a rough start this year. And by the time I realized that Ushicon was taking signups, it was already too late.
yeah, I mean, only $50 for the weekend, but
my bank account is at -100.
yikes.
Yeah, and people are like, it's only $35, $40. I haven't bought a badge for a convention in like 14 years.
Wow. No, I really, okay, so whether I'm putting on panels and get my badge for free or whether I'm going to the convention to go, I like giving them my money anyways because that money helps them stay at convention. If I love them, if I support them, I give them my money.
No, that's really good though. That's admirable. Especially if you like the convention. That makes sense. But it's
So
not like I don't go. Sorry, I ate it like a snack or something. So sorry because I haven't really
you're fine.
eaten. I don't ghost cons. I don't believe in doing that shit. That's so stupid. I know my friends do it. Good for them. We're so poor. We're not poor. We po. We can't even afford the full word.
Oh,
We po. Especially if you grew up in the hood, you know exactly. Like everyone has that one Dollar Tree where the R no longer works, so it's Dollar Tree. No, but yeah, like here's the thing. So like I haven't bought a badge, but it's not like I've gone to the con. It's not like I stole a badge or goes to the con. No, I will exchange my time for a convention. For Comic Palooza, we were one of two groups that had 15 panels. 15 panels in a single weekend. Other
whoa.
conventions I've had 3 panels, I've had 4 panels, I had 6 panels. For AllCon this year, as of right now, we have 7 panels and I want more. This year for Comic Palooza, I want 8 panels. This year for Delta HCon, I ran panels for Delta HCon and BACon in the same week. They were in the same weekend. Like one was in Pasadena, one was in Houston. They were literally a 30-minute drive away from each other. I spent all day on BACon. Saturday, came back to Delta to host the rest of my panels. I worked 2 conventions. I had 14 panels between the 2 conventions. Plus the traveling. like I love hosting panels. I will exchange my time for badges, and I don't even ask for a lot. So that's
Yeah.
why, like, I haven't
Last
paid for a con. I haven't paid for a badge in a long time, but I do bust my ass for the cons. Like, I might not be the best person. I have made some stupid ass decisions in my life, but I am entertaining and I do deliver.
And that's admirable. I mean, you're at least trading something. You said you were at two cons at one weekend. Last year I was at Kawacon and Anime Corpus Christi. one day, one the other day, going up there and doing what we do. So it's a lot of fun to hear that other people do the same.
Oh, it sucks. I hated it. Like, Delta Age Con was the same weekend as Comic Palooza one year, and Delta Age Con was the same weekend as BalCon the following year, and it was just fuck. I hate the weekend with Comic Palooza. I had Delta, a wedding to DJ, and Comic Palooza.
That is too much. But the market is so flooded right now. It's just I didn't want to see Ushicon die and slip through the cracks.
Yeah, and we have talked about that. So that's another topic for another day. That's definitely a good one. So I don't know, how long have you been going to conventions?
Oh goodness.
Like year. You can just give us a year. Like, what year did you start?
Want to say 15 years?
So you started in 2009?
What?
No, like, what year did you start going to cons?
The
Like, what
wife
year?
started in 06, but I mean, I can't remember the exact year I started. I was in middle school.
Okay. Was
That's okay.
Onicon still in Houston, or did you go to Onicon and was it still in Houston, or was it the Galveston Island?
I never went to Onicon because since I had very, very strict parents, I only ever went to stuff that was in town. And I had a friend in Austin, and her parent vouched for me so I could go to Ikicon. So I was going to Ikicon, MizumiCon, and San Japan. Those were the only three conventions I was going to when I was in middle school.
Okay, so it's definitely, you definitely started. So if you went to San Japan, did you go to San Japan the first year you started going to cons? Because I can actually like help figure it out.
What year did Ikicon start?
I'm not sure about Ikicon, but San Japan started in 2008.
I want to say 2007 or 2008 then.
So like right around the same time I did. So I've been going to conventions since Onicon 2007, Onicon being my first convention. I have been to more than 300 conventions since then. And I have seen some bad conventions. I've seen some good cons. I've seen small cons, big cons, medium cons, gaming cons, cosplay cons, anime cons, comic cons, all kinds of cons. I've seen cons come and go, some that are dead, some that just stopped because of, financial issues, some that just stopped because of not financial issues, but family issues. Maybe they wanted to focus on their family. Because being a con chair is a lot of work. It's a time consuming. You don't get a lot of breaks. It's a lot of headaches. And that's why, Kamikaze Con stopped, not for financial reasons, but they stopped because Mark put it out there. He said that he wanted to focus on his family because he was expecting another child. So instead of like focusing on the convention and dealing with the convention's bullshit, and not to, so I'm so sorry, Ushicon. I'm not saying your con, maybe your con's different. Not every con's the same. But when it comes to running a con, when it comes to working with staff, volunteers, when it comes to working with guests, with cosplay guests, celebrity guests, there is a lot of bullshit going on in the back.
I wouldn't call it bullshit, but there's a certain amount of stress or weight about it. It's a big responsibility. I think Ikicon started in 2007 when it was still at the college, and that's when I was going to Ikicon. So probably 2007, 2008. But you were talking about being a convention and con chair. I mean, that's why we've had a lot of different con chairs comparatively to other cons. Ushicon has had a lot of different con chairs because different people are in different points of their lives and assume responsibility. And I like to think of Ushicon as a torch and something nice and bright and warm, and we want to pass it on to the future. And that's why I picked up the torch to try to help keep it alive.
So you can be honest. You can say you can answer it. Sorry, there was some background noise. So you can say pass. You don't have to answer this, or you can. By the way, shout out to Raven's Kitty. So she knows. I know who she is. She knows I know. You don't have to answer. So you said passing on. Is it always passing the torch, or is it sometimes pawning off the torch?
For Ushicon, I'd say it's passing the torch because you know the responsibility of the small con, and it's been willingly transferred quite a few times. I don't believe, because a lot of times when you see management like a job site and a lot of different people are in charge of the job site, like, why does no management stay here? Oh no, this could be a terrible job site. Oh no, maybe bad work culture or something. I don't feel like that applies to us. A lot of the previous con chair heads have stayed on as volunteers or staff to help with the convention. So we definitely help each other out, and we want to see it continue.
Because like, not, that's why I say it doesn't, not necessarily Ushicon, but there have been other cons where staff positions have been pawned off, where the previous person is like, this is bullshit. You know, it reminded me of this guy was doing like a Russian accent. This is bullshit, or something like that. He said, he did an accent. It was great. This is bullshit. Here, you're in charge. You take care of this crap. And that's might not be, like I said, it might not be the case with Ushicon. Definitely, it's not the case for every convention, but there are conventions, events, organizations that have that, where there's a staff member that has that mentality, like, you know what, fuck this, I'm losing hair.
I definitely believe that's true for other conventions, but I don't feel like Ushicon has reached that level yet.
I don't. I mean, because you guys sound very, like, what is the word? Like, not tight knit, but like y'all sound like a very close. Like, y'all are closer. Like, not to say that other staff aren't close, but y'all seem to be a tad bit more. Everyone is a tad bit more in the loop with your organization rather than the bigger conventions where, shit, I didn't know that. Damn it.
I feel like in my life, you know, I roll high in charisma and I just weasel my way into places. So basically, I was really good with the original owner, the, what do you want to call it, the founder. And I've been friends with the founder for a long time, and they moved out of Austin, and I'm like, don't you dare let her die. And then I just took over. So some people appreciated that. Some people didn't appreciate that. I mean, we have a whole bunch of people who are much older than me, a good 20 years older than me, if not more, saying, why should I take over the con, this and that, because I'm younger or more less experienced. Sorry, I said that wrong. I don't have as much experience as other people, but I still feel like I can put on a good small con.
Yeah, I was gonna make a statement, but I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
No, I'm sorry. Am I not?
No. It's like, because it's what you said. It's like there are people that are older, like, oh, this is bullshit. Why do you get the job? Just because? Why don't I get it? I've been around here. I have experience. I know how this.
They don't even want the job. That's what's frustrating. They just want to, for lack of better words, shit talk me, because I don't have what it takes.
It's kind of like that saying, I want to be invited to the dance. I don't actually want to dance.
Interesting. I kind of feel that when I first took over.
And I have to admire, like, being the con chair for any con, whether big, small, medium. It's like I said, it's not easy. It can be stressful, especially con crunch time because cosplayers freak out. Oh my god, my cosplay's not done. I got to get it done. Yada yada yada. But imagine the staff for a convention when all the fucking domino pieces aren't lined up.
Oh boy, have I been feeling that the last weekend. This last weekend has been mountains of emails and oh yeah, the liaison, the one who's been talking to the hotel, they're sick, so they're no longer at the hotel. They haven't been there since Wednesday. Good luck on getting any of your emails answered.
Oof.
Oof. Sorry, that's just like a tiny piece of
Nah,
the
you're good.
stress.
I mean, the Uncle Ruckus voice, yeah. Damn it. I love the Boondocks. I love the Boondocks. Great show, full of stereotypes, horrible stereotypes, but it's so funny. I can't help but laugh. I mean, Ushicon is what do we say? Like a 2 weeks away, a week away.
It's the 16th through the 18th, so
that's right. So Ushicon 2024 in the San Marcos area is next Friday, February 16th through the 18th. You can get all the information right now at ushicon.com, even badges, hotel information, location, addresses, where to stop and pee. They even have a great list of underpasses you can sleep under in case you're too cheap to get a hotel. I'm joking.
I'm like, what?
No, I'm messing with you. We're going to start, like, I watched this podcast called Jim Cornette Experience or the Drive-Thru Experience, and all of his sponsors, he always goes like nuts with it or goes overboard and always says some kind of shit that's not true. And like, I'm gonna start doing that because I find it really funny. But no, yeah, you guys can get all that information right now at ushicon.com. Ushicon.com now with 33% more ads. Nah, I'm messing with you. Nah, but it's a great website. It's on there. All the information's on there. Location, schedules on there. Time the convention will open. Location, addresses, everything you need. A month before the convention. Oh yeah, nothing goes wrong. 30 days before the event. Nah, not the ads. Laughing my ass off. Once again, this podcast is brought to you by Comic Palooza. I gotta plug them in once more. comicpalooza.com/ go ahead and go to comicpalooza.com to check out dates, hotels, stuff around the con, and getting your badges early. Remember, early bird gets the worm. Early bird saves money because we're broke and this economy sucks. So I guess when it comes to the convention, as the con chair though, we gotta know, are you actually going to be able to enjoy the convention this year?
That's a great question. I'm hoping some of the stress and fires will subside after Friday and I can enjoy Saturday at Pub Trivia, judging people's answers, because this is probably the first time that I'm going to be judging answers instead of giving silly answers. Mm-hmm. Like Naked Batman or your mom or the other silly answers we get at Pub Trivia. I really look forward to it, but in a different way than I ever had before. I feel like the only thing I'm gonna miss is being able to bartend at Ushicon. I always had like a bar set up in the room for tips, not and in 2019 I actually covered all my liquor costs for once. It was kind of fun.
That sounds awesome. What? That's cool.
Yeah, I always did it for my friends. We always had the door latched open. We would be playing Cards Against Humanity in the room. Definitely not happening this year. I'm going to be running around like a chicken without my head, but I'm hoping for a smooth and good experience for all those who go.
That's right. It's like that song, the one that they used to play during Borderlands. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. Ain't nothing in this world for free. So you can't slow down. Can't. I forgot the song. Whatever. But yeah, you gotta hustle. It's a hustle. There's no rest, especially con chair. You are the head of the con. You are the leader. You are in charge. You are the main man. You are the head honcho. You're the head of the table. You're the Ayatollah of rock and roll. You are the leader. So you need to lead us to some breakfast.
Donuts on Sunday, no problem.
I don't mean to put that much pressure on you, but I think you'll
I'm
do
too
great.
late.
I think you'll do great. Ushicon is a very laid back, very small convention, which works. Copyright stricken.
I will never forget in previous years that we did have voice actors from Funimation or from other studios. And it was Funimation, okay. That they put on a karaoke that Ushicon used to stand for convention heads actually enjoying a convention, that it used to be a huge industry con, even though it was always a very small con. I hope to bring some of those vibes back and hopefully hang out with some great people.
I got an idea. I have a question and an idea. Who runs karaoke for the con? Is it just like, you don't have to say specifically who, but is it like a staff member, a volunteer, or is it just somebody that submitted the panel?
Staff member.
Okay, never mind. Well, it's probably not going to work then. I was going to say, because we do karaoke as well. And for a convention, what we did celebrity karaoke where we had the guest sing, and it actually like attracted a lot of attention.
That's fun. Unfortunately, since we don't have guests this year, that wouldn't work out like that.
No, not this year. This year's too late. This year, no, the ship set sail. You ever play Pokemon? For those of you that play Pokemon, let's put it like this: it's like when you get on that stupid boat and you fight Gary and you kill his Raticate because you're a dick. And as soon as you get off, that boat's like, all right, he's off. Let's piss off. And it leaves and it's gone forever. And then you're trying to solve the mystery whether the Mew is underneath the truck for or not. That's what it's like. That ship is gone. It set sail. You killed Raticate. I hope you feel good about yourself.
Interesting. My biggest problem with people who put on karaoke at other conventions, normally they have to be paid to do it. The second problem is that it's only American English songs or popular English artists.
What? Okay, so the way we do it, I've never charged. Never. We do it for Delta. We did it for Etche Expo. We did it for Anime Houston, Anime Dallas. We didn't charge. We didn't even get a free hotel room.
Dang.
We provided all of our own equipment. We provide the microphones. We brought everything with us. Plus, all I require, because the event hall has Wi-Fi. So I'm like, look, I'll do all this. I need your Wi-Fi password. You don't have to give it to me. Have one of your staff members do it for me, but I need the Wi-Fi because the way we run karaoke is we use YouTube.
Yeah, we have do YouTube. Yeah.
We have YouTube Premium. Pay for that good shit. The good shit. No ads.
We do not have YouTube Premium, but we do have YouTube, and we will there's apps you can pay for the weekend, like Carafun and other karaoke apps, which gets you the base, so you can have like a queue, and then you can use the queue but put in YouTube songs and just flip back and forth.
So the way we're doing it now, so I actually stole this idea from Anime Texas, which is owned by Fandom. They had a QR code on the projector. So you scan the QR code with your phone and it brings you to a Google form. You fill it out and it submits your entry for karaoke, and you go based on like this when you get those entries.
I feel like that's fun and that's nice and very technology forward. But Ushicon's an old-fashioned con, so if I don't see a clipboard, is it really Ushicon?
I mean, that's fair. That is really fair. Like I said, like we wanna do something with y'all next year. Definitely. Like I said, this year is kind of like it's not on the cards anyway. Because one, I don't have the money. Two, you guys are pretty much already set with the schedule, so there's no way. But like there are so many things, like even for Delta, like we gave them a couple ideas. They're like, okay, that's interesting. Because we have that experience. We have like the different aspects of different conventions. Like, okay, they did this way, they did this way, this person did this person did that. Some of it works, some of it doesn't, some of it's amazing, and some of it's a train wreck. but it's all trial and error, and that's what we do a lot. Like a lot of our panels are a lot of trial and error. We no longer do Homestuck versus My Little Pony because that panel was a train wreck. There was some other panels that we tried to do. Like we've been trying to do a social like that was one that I'm crawling to pitch for next year, by the way.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do other panels. I mean, it's hard to get enough people together for Match Game because you need people in costumes for the celebrity guests. But also, it's fun to do different stuff. We did karaoke roulette, and I always loved that in the past, not this past A-Fest, but I think it was a couple of years ago, A-Fest had a karaoke room. They do different karaoke hours, so they're like, oh, a musical hour, oh, a Disney hour, oh, a this or a that. So you could go see and sing along with the songs that you're interested in. There's also like sing-along panels and stuff like that, which can be incredibly fun.
No, I got you. Real quick to address some comments. Copyright stricken. Ain't no rest for the wicked by Cage the Elephant. LOL. I'm still waiting for the Sailor Moon versus Dragon Ball Z. So the problem with that, Plasma Warrior, is that I think you're expecting a death battle debate panel. We don't do death battle debates. I don't really give a shit for death battle. Like Lit Death Battle, do death battle. I love the channel, love the fights they do. They already did Sailor Moon versus Dragon Ball, and Beerus beat what's her face. And he's not even the most powerful character in the anime. But we do trash talking panels, and we do have something. We don't have anything planned with Sailor Moon because I don't know shit about Sailor Moon. With Dragon Ball, we do have some new things planned out, but there is like some panels, like the way I host my panels, and this is one of the ones I did. I did Dragon Ball versus My Hero Academia, and so it's pretty much an open mic panel. I don't do it. I do very little talking. I might do a couple jokes here and there, but I do very little talking. Like the audience will come up and just start trash talking each fandom. And like that's the whole point of the panel. It's like just talking shit to each other within reason, though. It's a PG panel, not a mature panel. So that panel got so intense. It went from talking about, like, oh, My Hero Academia has better character development. Deku cries for every episode on the first season. There's your character development. It went from talking about that to which parking lot is the best parking lot to have a fist fight in. Waffle House, Walmart, McDonald's.
What?
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious. Like people were literally like the entire room was debating on which parking lot would be the best one to have a fist fight in.
Interesting. No, I just want to do like Match Game and Card Sharks, and like I keep on putting in for Card Sharks, but we haven't been able to get it at any convention yet. But I'm like, come on, let me do it higher or lower. I even have the good questions. I even have anime related good stuff.
You gotta pitch it. How many panels have you hosted in the past?
Normally just the 3 that I said. Well, 4 or 5 technically in total, but the 3 regulars is Anime Pictionary, which basically runs itself, Anime Name That Tune, which is a lot of work to find music for, and Match Game.
So like the way some of our stuff gets like, so we do karaoke, but we call it super adult karaoke. We do fan fiction, we do bad fan fiction, but we call it terrible fan fiction reading. We do like the speed dating, or we do like a social gathering, but we call it like something elaborate, like Dragon Ball versus My Hero Academia. And then like you gotta so the way when we do making your own panel 101, like the title and pitching, like the description, because some cons have like okay, here's the description and tell us about your panel. Like you're pretty much selling it to the con, and so you have to word it in a way to where it actually describes the panel, but kind of leaves a little out for mystery, but it also pops. You're selling it. You're in there like a used car salesman. Convince this individual that has no idea what the fuck they're doing to buy this car that has 200,000 miles for $15,000.
I understand the concept. I really do. And English language is fun to play with when written, maybe not spoken in my case. But in reality, it's just that I don't always want to use my connections to get in. I want to get in randomly because I'm going to go to the convention whether I get in as a panelist or not. It's just kind of a gamble I play. And I like making the joke that Ushicon loves to give me my rejection letter. I'm like, have we gotten our rejection letter yet? Not yet. And then I'll get the Ushicon rejection letter and be like, rejected again this year.
Well, actually, believe it or not, we don't have any connections. Like, we don't really like, except for maybe like one convention. We really don't have anything. Like all
I
the
did mean to brag. My apologies. It's just as con chair, you meet quite a few people. I could lean into it, but I don't. I'm not
oh
about
no,
that
trust me.
life.
As somebody that's been going to cons, I know the Delta own. I know the owners of I know the owner of Delta fandom. I know the people that run events for Comic Palooza. I'm actually friends with some of the staff for Ushicon. I actually know the owner of San Japan Pros on a personal level. I used to be friends with the owners of Anime Matsuri. Mark, who owns Kamikaze Con, that's gone now. I know him. Like the connections are there, but I've never once I've never used them. I like people to, because there was one con. I forgot if I think it was Anime Austin, or it was one of those two conventions where the events director did not like me at
Whoa.
all because she didn't like the way my panels were structured. Because my panels are stand up. They're not stand up comedy, but they're kind of in that realm where it's comedy. You're literally talking shit to each other. We were talking shit about Pokemon, and it's like, oh well, you were talking bad about this anime and fandom, and it's in the description for the panel. What do you want from me to say? Oh, I'm sorry that Pokemon is literally, my pets are killing your pets for a profit. We're best friends, but back to your prison. And like, I literally, like, I know that sounds assholeish, or it makes me sound like a dick, but that's part of like me. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but I'm not gonna be like I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm gonna tell you like straight up, like, hey, this is what I said, this is what I did. I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. And like, I have hosted a panel where people got upset, like, oh well, Pokemon's all about friendship. Okay, if Pokemon's about friendship, why the fuck do you keep it in a ball? Well, that's how you capture them. Why are you capturing the Pokemon if it's your friend? So we can tame it. Why are you taming it? So we can. Why are you making it fight? It's your friend, right? I don't tell my friend, hey, Lewis, go punch that guy in the face.
Don't do that.
Use sand. Escape.
Use confusion.
Use confusion. Use struggle. Run into the wall. It's like, like, and we're gonna do a shit talking episode. By the way, guys, those of you watching, we're gonna do a shit talk episode about gamers, gatekeeping. Are gamers toxic? The short answer is yeah, kind of.
I'm like, anybody can be toxic. So,
well, it's more along the lines of the toxic gamers that say, oh, you're not a real gamer. Have you ever played Final Fantasy VII? No, then you're not a real gamer. Have you ever played what is the name of the game that came out? Something Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, you haven't? No, okay, then you're not a real gamer.
5.
Have you ever played like, and they'll ask you stupid questions like, have you ever played Bluey on the PS5? No, then you're not a real gamer, or whatever. These are just examples. I'm pretty sure nobody here has played Bluey on the PS5.
I mean, I'm not a gamer. I know I'm not a gamer, but I like to buy games, and I bought PlayStation 4 off of someone and made sure it worked, and go every so often I'll go to like GameStop and be like, oh yes, I'm gonna buy a game. They're like, oh, do you want to put insurance on the game to make sure it works. I'm like, no, I'm not going to play it till my retirement. So if it doesn't work, I'm not going to find out until I
Well,
retire.
have you ever played any video games? Do you play mobile games on your phone?
I play Genshin Impact and I occasionally play the Switch,
Then
and that's about it. But with convention head and a full-time job and a family life I try to juggle, I do not feel like I have any time for video games.
you are a gamer, though. You play Genshin Impact, therefore you are a gamer.
Interesting. I guess then I'm a toxic gamer because I feel like that's not enough to qualify
But
me to be a gamer.
what is like the actual definition of gaming?
I have no idea.
Let's Google it. I'm afraid to look it up because Urban Dictionary is gonna be like, it's gonna have like a list. A person who plays video games or participates in role-playing games. North American, especially in sports, a person known for consistently making a strong effort. He's a gamer, always ready to go that extra mile. That's the second definition, but the primary definition of gamer is a person who plays video games or participates in role-playing games.
That's good.
So, and this isn't to you, Ushi. This is me addressing like the negativeness out there. For ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a public service announcement out there for the rest of you that feel that there is a thing such as fake gamers. There absolutely isn't. Do you play video games? Do you play mobile games? Do you play tabletop games? Do you play D&D? Do you play with your D? You're considered a gamer. Why? Board games, tabletop games, role-playing games, video games. What do they all have in common? The word game. The playing with yourself one, that might not be a gamer. You just might need you might need help. But with that being said, if an individual only plays Madden, they only play Madden, guess what? They're considered a gamer. If they only play Monopoly, they play Monopoly, and that's their favorite game, and that's the only thing they want to play, and they refuse to play anything else. Guess what? They're still considered a gamer because it is a tabletop game. The definition of gamer is a person who plays games or participates in role-playing games or plays video games. Well, you're a gamer, Harry. Agri, what's up? So with that being said, yes, like next week's show, we're going to talk about gamers and people that shit on the individuals that play Madden and only Madden. There's nothing wrong with playing Madden. Absolutely nothing wrong. People enjoy Madden. It's a football game. I love football. I don't like to watch it, but I love to play football. And I'm this is just sorry, Ushi. I'm just shamelessly advertising because we're running out of time and I gotta plug in next week's episode. So next week we're gonna talk about gaming. So for those of you that are like, oh well, why don't you just go outside and play football? You know, you could just go outside and actually play football instead of playing on the PS5. You're a fake gamer, you're full of shit. Well, okay. Here's a devil's advocate to that. Instead of playing Street Fighter, why don't you go outside and punch somebody in the face? In the streets. And let's see how that ends.
Probably not well.
Exactly. But think about it though. Not everyone that plays Madden can play football.
Of course.
What if it's somebody in a wheelchair? What if it's somebody that's injured? What if it's somebody that's handicapped for whatever reason? What if the person, they just can't go outside? They can't go outside during the day. They only work at night, and nobody's playing football at 3 a.m. in the park. There's reasons why people enjoy what they want to enjoy, and as long as it's not hurting themselves, as long as they're not hurting others, as long as they're not committing some heinous act, who gives a flying fuck? It's a video game, and it sells. It makes money. Hey man, you leave FIFA alone, pachinko. Get the hell out, man. Anyways, so I'm gonna give everybody 3 minutes in the chat to post any more questions if y'all have any for our guest. So, just want to say, I'm really looking. I am looking forward to see how Ushicon goes. We would like to definitely have you back on the show for our regular interview. Maybe we can even bring in other convention chairs, and they can give you some pointers and successful, because everybody wants everyone to be successful. in a market right now that's oversaturated with conventions, because we've had a convention crash before. We had a market covered in anime conventions. There was one every 3 weeks. Now it seems like there's one every 5 days.
Yep.
And not just anime anymore. Oh, Dangapus is back. Dangapus showed up for the last 2 minutes of the show. And we can't hear Dangapus.
Oh yeah, sorry, I turned down my gain.
Oh, okay. But the market is oversaturated right now. Cons are literally doing whatever they can to survive. Some cons are adapting. Anime cons that only, like, here's an example. A lot of anime cons had the strict rule: only anime cosplay is allowed in the cosplay competition. Guess what? A lot of anime conventions no longer have that rule, if you haven't noticed. Now, some people are upset. Well, you got to keep it only anime. And there are some people that welcome that change, because you're opening it up to a wider audience. You're allowing those that don't really know shit about anime, because not everybody watches anime. You're allowing people that just love Marvel, that love DC, that love Power Rangers, the comic books, Ninja Turtles, or gamers, or any of those communities to be a part of your event. Because at the end of the day, the conventions are here for the community. They're here to provide you an escape. They're here to provide you a safe place. They're here to make you smile. They're here to help you have fun. You know, they're here to give you an experience like no other. But at the end of the day, conventions need to make money to survive.
I want to point out this comment from Jinxie. I feel like cons do need to adapt and survive, not to keep a closed mind. And yeah, I feel like that's incredibly true. Like, there are lots of cons who've been around for a long, long time, and a lot of these cons have had to make a lot of changes and have a lot of hands be moved, you know?
Yes, exactly. I want to give a shout out to Youngsteller. What's up? Sailor Succubus and Dance Dance Revolution join. We don't have any other comments, but we want to thank you, Ushi, for coming on the show.
Of course, thank you so very much.
Now we know. Now some of our viewers know, the community will now know that you are open, reasonably open, at least. You know, like, it's not like, okay, well, they're open to like collaborating with people. We'll do this for your con, but here's the invoice, $5,000. It ain't gonna work like that.
We're just so small. I mean, if I was a multi-$1,000 con, I know people would be coming in to make money, but unfortunately we're structured very differently. In order to make money, most conventions will have a huge dealer's hall, a huge artist hall, and charge hundreds of dollars for tables. And since we're structured like a con from 20 years ago, we're not structured to have only dealers and artists and vendors to make money to keep us going. We completely make all of our money to keep going based off of attendance, and that's it. The people who go to vend, the people who go to sell stuff as artists, it's very inexpensive to do so. It's just that you also have to realize that you won't probably make enough money to make it worth it. And that's what's so hard about keeping dealers and vendors as a tiny convention, is that they want to make money, and that's it. And I'm like, well, the vendors and dealers we do have come not to make money. They hope to make money, don't get me wrong, but they come because they enjoy the atmosphere, they enjoy the convention.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I have to completely agree with that. So, not trying to make a joke of the situation, but the best we can do is $5 in a Subway coupon. It's the best we can do.
We might even throw in a ball pit.
That's right.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
There you are, Dashcon.
Shit. Cons don't just make money off of artists and dealers, though. I go to cons for guests and actively spend a lot for fan signs and most. So, real quick, thank you for that. It's actually a good comment. Thank you. I'm gonna post it in the stream real quick. But I also posted the link for our secondary channel, our Shiitake Tuesdays channel. It's a brand new YouTube channel. We only have about 25 subscribers to it. I want to thank the new individuals that subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate every single one of our subscribers. We appreciate you guys. We address y'all's comments. We love y'all. Thank you, Ushicon, for coming out and sharing with us. We hope to bring you back for the regular show, not on a shit Tuesday or a shit talkie Tuesday. Definitely, and we hope this next weekend's con is like at least successful to the point where we will see y'all again next year. And next year, 2025, you will be hearing from us, and we will be hopefully working with y'all, because I want to do that podcast thing with y'all, like with that group, because I'm an older anime fan. I'm older, like I'm not old, at least I hope I'm not. I'm mid-30s, but
Forever young.
I no, fuck that forever young shit. I like the fact that I'm getting old, because one, I don't like wisdom does not come with age. I'm still a dumbass, but I don't really give a shit. With the older I get, the less shits I give. So with that being said, I watch animes, but I also watch animes in Spanish in Mexico that I can also share with like the Latino community, like Caballeros del Zodiaco, which is Saint Seiya, Sailor Moon, Ranma y Medio, Dragon Ball Z. We watched a lot of animes in Spanish, Super Campeones. So many great animes in Spanish, because Mexico would get the animes a lot sooner than the US. As a matter of fact, it was cheaper to just license anime and just dub them than it was to get cartoons from the US and dub them. So that's why a lot of anime showed up in Mexico first. As a matter of fact, Dragon Ball Z, the footage came from Mexico. Funimation didn't get it from Japan. They got it from Mexico. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna so Dankpuss, go ahead and start plugging in your social.
All right. It's Dinktopus on everything. Dinktopus Hunter sometimes. If you're interested in following where we do our parties and stuff for most Texas cons, it's on my Instagram, but also at the 1 Week Rush account as well. I'm not the owner of the 1 Week Rush account, but everybody, thank you for enjoying our content. Smiley face.
Yeah, thank you for coming back when you said you were gonna go out to get milk.
Y'all, my computer just blue screened. I died, but I got better.
All right, I almost called you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't do this on purpose. I almost called you Sushicon.
Oh wow.
That wasn't intentional. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm a dumbass.
You're fine.
Sushi. Actually, I would go to that.
You're putting on a great talk show thing.
Like she had to like think about it's a good show.
What is this called? A podcast, damn it, a podcast.
I mean, the podcast is a show.
Oh yeah.
But it's like the way you said it. It sounded like you weren't trying to hurt my feeling. Like, it's a good show.
No, I just couldn't think of the word podcast, so I'm like, a talk show. What do we call this? We're talking.
We're talking shit. Tuesdays. So yeah, plug in your social, plug in wherever we can get all the information for Ushicon, and plug in the dates and location.
Okay, I don't know what you mean by that, but
okay, so plug in just means plug in means it's like advertising. You're gonna advertise the website, the dates, like, hey, so let me help you out there. All right, guys, for those of you that are unaware, that those of you that have been living under a rock that just decided to join the podcast at the last minute because you had better shit to do, like eat, cuddle with your partners, or touch yourself to random images on Facebook.
Oh,
we had the contrary of Ushicon come on the show and talk about Ushicon, talking shit about running panels, running cons, running all that good stuff. So you can go to Ushicon right now, spelled USHICON.com right now, and look up all the information. Ushicon is February 16th through the 18th, 2024 in San Marcos, Texas. You can get all the information for the event, price badges, the price for badges, the hotel, the location, everything is on the website right now at Ushicon.com. February 16th through the 18th. That's next week. That's a Valentine's Day thing. You can go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and buy your Valentine, your sweet partner, whatever you want to call them. Maybe buy yourself a Valentine's Day gift. Get yourself a badge for Ushicon and go have a great time and enjoy the convention. And then come on the show and then review it with us. Remember, Ushicon.com.
Thanks. Don't forget, we have a Discord where we put all the information, where all the little events are going to be happening in the hotel. We put all that information in the Discord, which is Ushicon members.
Okay. I did not know that, but yeah, they have a Discord, and we'll get that information. Also, don't forget to join the Geeks Ever Discord. That's right. You can get all the cheese, man, all the tea. Bring your teacups because we got all of it. We share all that information, all the rumors and innuendo at our Discord. We talk all the shit, post all the memes. Our Discord is going down. It's kind of dead right now because nobody's doing shit in it, but we need more participants to go in there and share the cheese, man. That's right. Get all the background info, get all the insider scoop on all the drama going on right now. Victoria Comic-Con will be coming on the show to talk about what's going on with the guests that they posted about con drama, plus con drama in Oklahoma with Ushicon. We also have some people coming on the show to talk about that. All kinds of trauma, all kinds of shit going down. We're still going to be covering the WWE sexual allegation, sexual assault scandal lawsuit. We're going to be talking about Cody Rhodes getting the opportunity stolen by The Rock. We also have other guests joining us. Maybe the Legacy of Nerd will be joining us. We have other guests. We got a lot of stuff going on, guys. Geeks 5 Ever is back with season 5. Bigger, stronger, better than ever. Sponsored by Hims because, you know, bigger, stronger, and better than ever. It's a joke. We're not sponsored. But any last words for our audience, Ushi, before we go ahead and kick them out?
No, have a great time if you go to the convention, or just enjoy your lives and and try not to be too hard on yourselves. I love y'all.
Let me go ahead before we wrap up. Let me go ahead and post the link for the Discord. Let me get that for y'all right now so y'all can join our Discord right now. Remember, the Geeks Forever Discord is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember, the Discord might have things like strong language, adult content, and extreme sarcasm. We're not responsible if you get offended. Remember, if you're easily offended, don't go to the channel. But if you are, and you go to the channel and you get offended, please reach out to us at geeks5ever@gmail.com. We do listen to all your complaints. We do take them into consideration. But if it's something stupid like you hate the sound of my voice, then kiss my ass. I don't care. But here's the Discord for the link. Make sure you check out Ushicon. That's right, San Marcos, Texas, February 16th through the 18th. Ushicon.com, spelled like the word sushi, but without the S, just to help you out because I am dyslexic and I have to use stuff like that. Here's the link for the Discord. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so right now at youtube.com/geeks5ever, twitch.tv/geeks5ever. Follow us on Instagram at instagram.com/geeks5ever. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Fanfiction, OnlyFans, Pornhub. Kidding. We don't have those last three.
But maybe they will soon. Who knows?
No, not happening. We have an OnlyHands channel, not an OnlyFans channel.
Buy one, get the second one free.
That's right. Onlyhands.com. We meet at every Waffle House parking lot every Saturday at 3 in the morning. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our secondary channel as well. We're going to go ahead and call it a night. By the way, you don't have to leave as soon as I end the stream. You can stick around a little bit, Ushi. But all right, guys. See you tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. But I'll definitely see y'all next week on Monday. If you want to check out the rest of our content this week, we go live daily with daily content. So make sure you just check us out. And make sure you ring-a-ling that ding-a-ling button so you can be notified every time we go live. Peace.
Do what?
Ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling button.